within your home.
Yeah.
Like that is one of the biggest factors of academic achievement. What is, so that maybe ties into what you're saying about what's the message that a lot of the young people are receiving? Because one of the things, one of the messages, and I'm sure you guys can attest, because I'm of a Caribbean background. You with me? What am I? I'm second gen. Yet my parents, I'm born here. Whereas a lot of my African, particularly West African brethren,
a lot of us are first gen.
One and two, you're going uni, innit? like,
you know, funny you say that because
there's no.
I tried not to go uni, so the first.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
The first time, I was like, oh, I'm taking a gap year, so I took a gap year. I was working. Like,
you're still living and you took a gap year?
Yeah, I took a gap year. I was working. I was paying bills anyway, so I was paying bills from 16. So I took a gap year. I was working. I had a girlfriend at the time. I went to America, came back. My mum, my aunt, and my girlfriend. My girlfriend was St. Lucia, Jamaican. They were plotting on me going uni. So literally, as I'm away, like now, I was trying to get into school in America to play basketball. Yeah. And some dumb prep rule of being a certain age after a certain day.
Okay,
Like it was a few days anyway. So what's happened? I've come back and I was just like, yeah, forget all this, blah blah blah. So before coming back, my girl was like, oh yeah, I filled out uniforms for you. Like your mum
signed it.
Blah, blah, blah. I said, you know what? Forget it. Yeah, let me go. I'll go uni and play ball and blah blah blah. So literally, that's how I went into uni at the first time. And I didn't take uni seriously, so I dropped out. Eventually, I went back on my own in 2014. I didn't tell no one. I went uni. I was going uni. Then when I finished uni, a year later, I told my mum, yeah, you know, I went back to uni and finished. And she was like, what? I said, yeah, I didn't want you lot to be on the phone doing bragging rights and this, that. And she's like, why did you keep that to yourself? Like, that's an achievement. I said, yeah, I don't need, not even only pressure. I don't need praise from people. Like, you know, like some people feed off praise. Like they need that boost to,
most people
they need it to function. Me, I don't really care for it. I'm just like, if you give me a little support, that's more than enough. You get what I'm saying? But if you're constantly trying to overly gas me, it's like sometimes I think to myself, right, what's the agenda? You get what I'm saying? So like as a character growing up, me feeling like there's always a deeper agenda, I've kind of gone into a shell of I don't need that to function. I'm very intrinsically motivated. So I hate when, like my family, if someone gets you're gonna go phone this person, then everyone you ain't heard from for the past 10 years start phoning you, congrats. No. I needed you in more important times. True. But you're only coming here when I'm at the top. That's where I always say, there's a quote I always say, right, everyone waits at the finish line to the winners. So when you're not winning, everyone's not around. You know what I mean? When things are hard, everyone's not around. But if you get like a new Benz now, the whole family, rah, nice car, da, 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 da. So I'm like, to me, those things are not as important as checking up on, let's say like, Manny's in the hospital.
No, there is balance.
You get what I'm saying? Are you alright,
there
bro?
Is balance.
Boom, 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 boom.
There is balance.
There needs to be more emphasis on those things than accolades.
Seem to have this idea of you don't need to go to uni. Like, you don't. There are other ways.
Yeah. Coming
here from North.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
I could have taken Tower Bridge.
Yeah.
I could have taken I'm trying to think, London Bridge. I could have got Lambeth. I could have got. There's lots of different ways.
Of routes, yeah.
But do you know the route that I took? Blackwall Tunnel.
Okay.
You with me? Because Blackwall Tunnel coming from north to south is probably gonna be a certain time of day your best route. And in regards to our community, this conversation outside of not going to uni, this, that and the other, there are a percentage of people. But those people who don't go to uni, or those groups of don't go, what they have is industries that they can go into.
Yep.
Coming back to nepotism.
Yep.
People who will employ you without qualifications. You with me? Like I know some white youths.
Scaffolders and all of that. They'll bring you on-job training.
Listen,
and they'll
which
be
on-job?
working.
My uncle owns a firm.
Yeah.
You with me? He owns a firm. He owns roofers, scaffolders, this, that and the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, one phone call and you're in.
Yeah.
unless we've got institutions like that,
I used to see that when I used to play rugby. And so when I used to play rugby,
and the guys sponsor the team.
a lot of guys would be like,
literally.
yeah, once you get into those kind of systems, a lot of guys would be like, oh yeah, you got a job. No. All right, come, Monday, join us.
Monday morning, be there at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
from 16 years old, and then
By the time
you
you're
hit
24,
21,
25, you got your own firm.
and
you're
your
in the game.
deposit and everything there. Like, it's
So you see that 1, 2, 3, 4. We keep looking at other communities. I've got it patterned.
Yeah.
You with me? They've established very. I get confused. As I say, I'm a funny guy. You probably see it in the comments. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
But in regards to what produces the results for our community, it's standard.
Yeah.
Brethren, go uni.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go uni.
Yeah.
Get your grades.
Yeah.
And you're probably gonna have to graft for a few years and shut your mouth.
I'll tell you
That
something.
is probably our best bet.
Even though I didn't use my degree,
this is
I'll tell you one thing
another
that
aspect to the
I'll tell
conversation.
you what I learned from uni. Discipline.
Thank you.
That's the key. Because
Thank
you know,
you.
like the light bulb moment clicked in the second year. Yeah. I was like, I hate it here. Yeah. But it taught me one thing. And what I learned from it was this. I was like, if I could be here from early morning to late evening doing all this work that I paid for to be here.
You've got to be able to do it for yourself.
Yeah, so when I leave, if I put the same amount of time on things I want to do, it's going to be easy for me to make money. Because I was like, it's going to be things I like to do, like training people, you know what I mean? My events and all of that. It's things I like to do, so it don't feel like a chore.
Yeah.
Me being in the library for like 5-6 hours completing a coursework, my brain was just, you know what I mean? My head would just be ticking and all that, and I'm thinking, why am I here? So once I've come out of that situation now, and then I'm doing the math in my head, I'm like, rah, a lot of times I was in uni, 70 hours in a week. I was like in my head, calculating, I'm like, if I just do about 40 hours and I'm making this as an average per hour weekly, I'm nice. So I'm like, when I leave uni, I'm never gonna complain about time again. And I'll tell you another thing, I'm naturally not a morning person, but now, especially after the pandemic and coming out of that, I got into a habit. I don't know how. I always wake up at 5:36.
Discipline.
Even on my days off, it's become, and the reason why that's become normal, it's like, for instance, like today we filmed this. I said to myself, if I could do most of my day before 12 o'clock, if I don't want to work after, I could chill, take a nap, get up, go out and do this with my brethren, go on a date if I wanted to. You know what I mean? I've got the rest of the day to myself, but I know that most of my targets I try to aim to hit before 12.
Midday, you're good.